So if you could do one creative thing that you've never tried before, like in a different genre, like, maybe singing or acting or sculpture with clay or photography, was there something that you would want to try?
Yeah, filmmaking. I wanted to be a filmmaker my whole life. My whole life, I've wanted to tell visual stories, and that was comics and movies. And I used to make like short films in high school and college, and I used to fuck with like video art stuff, but
Hmm.
it's so hard because you have to get people to do it with you. You have to
Yeah,
get collaborators, you have to convince people to go along with it. Comics is so much work, physical labor, but I can do it by myself without anyone's approval.
right.
Whereas film, you need like people to give you money and you need people to agree to do it. And that seems daunting.
And equipment
And
that's very expensive.
100%. And I have video project ideas that I really want to do like right now, but I'm like embarrassed to ask people to
No, don't be
participate
embarrassed.
because it's like silly. It's like, you want to help me with my little bullshit that doesn't make any sense?
No, that's awesome,
Um,
dude. I just interviewed, well, I didn't just. I interviewed Kane Lynch last year, and we both also want to make films, little indie films. And so we definitely have to get together at some point. You got you, me, Kane, and whoever else is like not embarrassed. Like, let's just do it.
mhm.
Doesn't matter if it's goofy or weird. Let's just make something, you know?
I know, and it's so that would be I want to do everything. I wish I didn't work and I could just explore every art form.
That's
Um, but film is probably the number one that I'd like to do.
crazy. So I asked other artists this question as well. What's one thing, or maybe multiple things, but what's something that stands out to you that we did during lockdown that you think we should continue to do?
There was a golden era of indie comics during lockdown. There was like a little mini boom, and it's because people in like my economic bracket finally had time. They didn't have to work and also had a little bit of money.
Right.
So there was this huge boom from 2020 to 2022 about where everyone was buying comics, everybody was making and putting out comics. There were all these new zines, there were all these new series. And at around 2023, it completely bottomed out.
Wow.
And like you can like look at it as eras. Like that was an era, and now we're in a post that era. So I would really like a return to that kind of mini golden age that we had.
I feel like it is happening a little bit because I go on YouTube. Obviously, I'm on YouTube quite a bit and see people making zines or explaining zines and sort of talking about what we were discussing about wanting tangible items in your hand and little small handmade and things that aren't expensive, that you make yourself and you can share in your community. And I feel like there's a resurgence of that a little bit. I don't know how much money, because yeah,
Well,
there's
that's the thing. I think that there is always that desire,
yeah,
but I think like people just can't afford anything right now.
yeah.
Like I go to these art shows. I go to an art show in LA, Permanent Damage, and Short Run Seattle every year.
Mhm.
And in comparing 2022, 2023, 2024, 2024, blah, 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 blah. It's like the numbers of people who came and bought stuff exponentially decreases from
Yeah.
like 2022 to now. And it's not that they don't, it's not that the comics are worse or people don't want them. I think it's really just that people don't have money.
I think it's that too, but I also and it's my you can correct me if I'm wrong. It might be overstepping my bounds to say. I think the organizers and producers of these shows don't have the budget that they had before. So maybe they're not reaching a bigger audience that they used to reach, or they're moving venues. They have to move to a different venue, and people
That
don't
has happened,
keep
yeah.
and don't keep up with it. I mean, I've been to at least
Mm.
two shows that have moved different venues, and maybe someone doesn't know that it's moved or it's on a new weekend because the organizers and producers of the event, they themselves don't have the capital that they used to have.
Yeah. And
So
it's all kind of symptoms of the same
yeah,
problem.
yeah. No, because Short Run last year was in Seattle Design Center, and I felt like
Which
I had.
I had to drop out. I didn't have enough money to go. It
No,
was my first year not doing short run.
no, I felt like I did okay, but there was a drop off, and
Hmm.
I think there was a disconnect with being in a new venue. But there was a ton of people. It was packed, but like you said,
Yeah,
the
and
disposable cash might not have been the same.
that's the thing. I think like and people like Kelly and Keenan who run those events are like it's incredible that they've kept going through all this, and like
Mhm.
those people that kind of keep comics together as a scene. But it's definitely a thing where at Permanent Damage, the show in LA, just as many people, it would be like, 1,000 people came and everybody bought a couple of things. And the
Yeah.
next year, 1,000 people came and everybody bought one thing. And the next year, 1,000 people came and half of them bought one thing, half of them didn't
Right.
buy anything. You know,
Right.
it's like that
For
seems to
sure.
be the way it is.
No, for sure. Even like I don't know if you know, I do tie-dye. Um,
Hmm.
and so I do street festivals and music festivals and stuff like that. And the yeah, the sales are down. And I've had some health issues, so I haven't been able to do because it's laborious to do that type of event. But the last ones that I did last year, the sales were down, and I don't know if it's picked back up, but definitely saw a drop off. And people just used to buy my stuff like, you know, like hotcakes. And then people,
Mm,
like you said, don't have money, where they were buying two and three large purchases at a time a couple years ago, and now it's like, oh, they're negotiating over one of my $20 tie-dye shirts. And I'm like,
I
wow,
know that sucks.
that's a difference though. That's a
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Whereas before they were buying my hoodies and pants and stuff that's over $100 and buying two or
Mm.
three of those. And now it's like, oh, do I have $20? That's
Oh yeah,
crazy.
I used to be able to sell my original pages for, 100, $200 and people would buy them. And now
Yeah.
it's like it's really difficult to sell that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild. And that's, like you said, indicative of the times, the economic times. I hate to say
Hmm.
that, but it really is. And so I don't know if it's almost it's bound to shift and go in another direction.
I hope so, man. It has to happen eventually.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So do you let's see. Oh, this is a good one. Do you think art is inherently political? Let's see, we're talking about politics of money, so
Yeah, I think I said this at our panel, that all art is political. That's not even like a new idea or a controversial statement. I think the idea of art being apolitical is complete nonsense. It's like I think people say that just because they don't understand their own politics that they're putting in their art.
right.
Um, no, I think absolutely. I think everything's political. And I think also politics doesn't just mean the government. Like, politics is morals and ethics and values. So
Yeah.
yes, 100%.
Even the choice to make art, I think, is political.
Yeah, exactly. So yes.
Sweet. So do you think let's see, next question. Yeah, this is a good one because I have been asking artists pretty much similar questions. Do you have a daily art practice or just a daily practice in of itself? I mean, I've talked to artists who like to pray every day or maybe take a walk or meditate every day. I try to sketch for at least 5 minutes every day in my sketchbook. Is there something that you do as a daily practice? Art
Um,
or otherwise?
no, and that's a huge problem. Um,
Mm,
I have very few. I work at the Balboa Theater. I'm a film projectionist. I don't have a regular like 9 to 5 Monday through Friday work week, so my work is never the same every day.
mm,
Um, and then also my art projects are never quite the same. I really should have more of a routine. Um, but no, I would like in a perfect world, I would have a routine. There are days when I don't draw and it's sad and I feel terrible about it.
uh,
Um, but no, I wish I did. I wish I had a thing where like I went on a walk every morning and then sketched for an hour. You know what I mean? Like I wish I
yeah.
could have some kind of drawing routine.
Yeah, I just got normally if I'm woken up, which is quite frequently in the middle of the night with an idea or something, I've been typing it into my phone and I just got a couple little mini sketchbooks. And yeah, sometimes I don't have a choice. Like this morning,
Yeah.
I had a bunch of stuff I needed to get out before it was actually my time to wake up with my alarm or whatever my schedule. And so I spent a lot, 20, 30 minutes sketching and then went back to sleep. But yeah,
Hmm.
sometimes I feel like I don't have a choice. I have to get the stuff, the demons have to come out. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, sometimes it's a daily routine, but it's not necessarily by choice. It's like, okay, this is gonna bug me all day. So I need to do something about it, even if it's sacrificing 20 minutes of my sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, there are days when I don't get a chance to draw at all. And then there are other days when I treat it like a work day and I draw for 8 hours, you know? And I
Yeah,
wish I could be more consistent.
no, for sure. It would help us get our projects done on time.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have a commission that I'm doing, and I'm like, oh my God, she needs to give me a date, a deadline, because it's open-ended, and I'm not
That's
procrastinating,
brutal.
but yeah, you have to give me a deadline. Oh my God. So yeah, if we are left to our own devices, the kind of flaky artist stereotype is real.
Hmm.
So do you have a ideal art studio setup that you could think of, like a dream art studio setup?
Ah, I mean, I have a great drawing table and light and all this stuff. I just wish I had a place separate from my house.
Mm,
I would love it if I had an art studio that was just 2 blocks away.
okay.
Um, just because I feel like the fact that I draw at home makes it feel casual and I get distracted and I can leave and I can blah blah blah. Whereas if I went somewhere, I've been going to this printmaking studio to do etching with my friend Dylan. And when I go there, I will show up and we will work for like 6 to 8 hours, and I'll take like little breaks, but I won't get distracted. I won't do anything else. I'll just work on printmaking. And because I'm like, it feels like clocking in, like I'm going to a place to do this. And I feel like if I had a drawing studio separate from my house, I could like trick myself into treating it more like a job.
Right. Do you feel like people interrupt you too? Like sometimes I feel like people don't
Yeah, my
respect
dog does all the time.
other sentient beings. No, but I
Yeah.
feel like other people don't take it as seriously if I'm drawing at home. Versus I used to have an outside studio, and they knew that that 6 hours was like sacred, not to bother
Hmm.
me. But since I work at home in my living room, sometimes people will just be like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. She's just doing blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Oh
Yeah.
no, I need to lock in. It's even though it's work at
Hmm.
home." And so I get that same thing. It's like I would love to be able to go to a separate place, and I don't want it to. I would love for it to be 4 or 5 blocks, just like
Right.
to clock in and lock in for 6 to 8 hours, and just focus on that by itself. So, wrapping up, what is something that you recently discovered, an art supply, book, movie, or something you'd like to share with folks? Like, people have talked about pencil holders, great book reference books. Is there something new or something that you've always used that folks could benefit from knowing about?
A good question. I've gotten back into charcoal for the first time since art school. Um, and I'm not good at it. I never was. But I've been enjoying using charcoal and then with white gouache to paint
Mm,
light colors back into the charcoal. I think that's been a lot of fun the past year.
nice.
And that's something I hadn't done. In art school, we use charcoal in a very academic way to do like, try to do, I could never do it, precise figure drawings.
Mm,
And now having fun and using charcoal more abstractly or expressionistically has been a lot of fun. I've been very inspired by like 20th century expressionism. Um, and so I've been rediscovering charcoal in that format. As you can see, my Spite House
yeah,
show
yeah.
poster is charcoal and ink. So
Is there any particular brand?
no, because I'm still somewhat new to it. So I have like a selection of charcoal from back in art school, and
Mm,
it's all loose, so I don't even know what brands they are.
okay,
And I
okay.
will like choose one or the other. I will say the charcoal pencils, I don't know the brand. They might be, I don't know the brand, but the like orange charcoal pencils are really good.
Nice. Stadler or Derwent maybe,
Yeah, something like I think it might be Stadler.
but the thing is too, I just discovered it because I'm too traditional. I discovered liquid graphite for the first time.
S- Okay, interesting. So that and also powder charcoal that people use, where it's just the
Mm,
powder with a brush.
yeah,
That's something I've never tried. So I would be interested in both of those.
yeah, it's just like I said, it's so much that you could put your hands on when you're doing
Mm,
traditional art. I don't understand digital art. Maybe that makes me an old curmudgeon, but
no, no, it's cool. It's better.
it's definitely better. Okay, so besides Spite House, shout out your social media. What's coming up next?
Well, I'm lucky enough that my name is distinct, so I'm Harry Nordlinger on everything.
Nice.
Instagram, t I'm on TikTok now because that's what the kids do. Um, and then after Spite House on June 20th, Laser Quest comes out August 26th, and then keep your ears open for my full length comic collection. Hopefully, maybe early 2027 that'll come out.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sitting
Yeah,
down.
thank you for having me.
For sure. This has been awesome, awesome time. We run into each other all the time, and this is the first time we've been able to sit down and really chat. So
Yeah, I'll hopefully see you at Zine Fest.
yeah, oh, appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right, appreciate it, Avi. See you later.